Pro-Palestinian protests and encampments at universities nationwide are expanding, some under the watchful eye of police in riot gear. The so-called Free Palestine Camp at UC Berkeley has been peaceful since students first pitched tents Monday, and the demonstrators say they have no plans to break down their camp across from Sproul Hall. ABC 7 News reporter Ansar Hassan spent the day at Cal.
Day 4 of the Free Palestine Camp at UC Berkeley, and students say they don't plan to give up.
It is important for me to be out here because I am outraged and devastated by what's going on in Gaza and the occupation more broadly.
Cal senior Lev Collins, who is Jewish, knows the possible risk of being out here just 3 weeks from graduation. But he says they're building on similar campus protests from the 1980s to end apartheid in South Africa.
They camped out on the same steps that we are now, and so we draw a lot of inspiration from that.
Campus leaders say there are now more than 70 tents at Sproul Hall. The students say they have 4 main demands. First, for UC Berkeley to officially declare that what is happening in Gaza is genocide. They also want Cal to divest from companies with ties to Israel or weapons manufacturing, and for more transparency.
That's one of our other sub-demands is disclosure of these investments so that we can get a better understanding of where our tuition is actually going.
They also want Berkeley to cut academic ties with Israeli institutions. And finally, to provide more security for Palestinian students and their allies. A confrontation between law student Malak Afana and Dean of the School of Law Erwin Cherminsky and his wife, law professor Catherine Fisk, went viral after Afana tried to speak about the war in Gaza at a dinner at the couple's house.
I myself never thought that a professor would be able to put her hands on me and be able to walk away without any consequences. But here we are, and it points to the deep-seated Islamophobia and anti-Arab racism that is embedded in these institutions.
Afana is now one of the students camped out at Sproul Hall. In a statement to ABC 7 News, the university would not comment about concerns raised about Palestinian student safety. But it added that it is focused on making sure the protest camp doesn't disrupt the university's operations. Afana says it's important not to conflate the protest camp as a conflict with Jewish or Israeli students.
This is nothing more than a tactic to try to divide us, but we know that no one is free until everyone is free, and we're standing together today.
At UC Berkeley, Ansar Hassan, ABC 7 News.